on the position. There we go. We're running a little bit later than normal. And I'm going to blame the heat. I am really going to blame the heat tonight. So I expect us to have a podcast which is going to be a little bit shorter than normal, to a point that I'm already going on my phone and I'm actually setting an alarm for 1 hour starting from now for when we have done our usual bits and pieces. If we get done before that, good. But like I said, it's not going to be a longish podcast tonight because of the heat. And not just that, we've had 2 podcasts and I've been streaming now for, this is the 8th or 9th day on the trot now. So anyway,
once your alarm goes off, my headset goes off and I walk away.
What?
Yeah, even if it's still going.
The alarm is for me, not you.
Oh, good night.
Anyway, let's start this as always. Hello, fellow Cravers, and welcome to the CTG Podcast for Wednesday, the 21st of June. As always, you have me, GD, and I am joined by Tattastic. Yes, you have us too. Just us two this week. Because, hey, I'm going to be honest, we have not got that much to cover. Because everything's already been covered from last week.
Been slow after last week, hasn't it?
Oh, you know what? I'm happy it's been slow, but it's not just been slow for news and that lot. It's slow for games coming out as well, which... Yeah. It just... Look, as everyone knows, I'm a huge gamer. You're also a huge gamer as well. We're all at Crave Your Game. We love our games. But after how much information came out of E3 last week, it's nice that we've had a weekend where we can just relax and enjoy the games that we usually do play. But
I try to.
I'll try to, yeah. I've ended up playing a game that I don't usually. I ended up playing Perception yesterday as well. Which, yeah, it was an alright. You know what? I enjoyed it. For a game that I knew that was going in as a... How you doing, Kev? A game as I know as going in as being someone who was blind, you're going to use echolocation as your surroundings. It's a really good game. The concept of the game is so brilliant, and it's just that I treated it more like an amnesia type of game. Yeah. Where I'm thinking, I know there's something here. I know something's going to jump out at me. And it doesn't help when I have a feeling that thing is going to be right in front of my face and I don't know. To a point that there was one bit where I think I was just walking along. It was quite early into the game. Just walking along. And then the camera took control. I didn't control this. I don't think I did control this. The door slammed behind me. So like, whew, oh God. And it didn't help. You know, like in horror games, like with Alien and the usual bits and pieces, where you can see places that you can hide. Yeah. And you've not seen anything that can come and attack you yet. Yeah. That didn't help. So I think it was one part where I was walking down and I noticed that I think it was like a hamper or some kind of box. I'm going with a box. That's what I got from the echolocation. And it gave you the prompt to hide in it. I think I went in that box twice and stayed there for about a minute. And nothing actually was there to attack me at that point. But either way, like I said, with Perception, it will be hopefully coming out either next week or the week after. I did the stream. You can catch the stream already. I think it's available on Mixer and it's also available on twitch.tv/GDW2007. So you can go and watch it if you want. I do recommend, because I am going to be editing it down because there's a lot of it. Like with most horror games, I go, when I'm scared, I go deadly silent myself. Yeah. And I go into stealthy GD. That's what happened with this game. But like I said, I highly enjoyed it, and I do recommend, if anyone's looking for a good horror game, I think it's around about £10 at the moment as well. It's available on PS4, on Xbox One, PC, and it is going to be coming to Steam as well. Not Steam, to Switch as well soon as well. Which I don't. That's the thing. How can a horror game work on Switch? Bad timing. But yeah, so that is something different that I've played this week.
I don't know. I don't know how it'll work.
Yeah.
There could be a few dropped consoles if people playing it handheld.
Oh shit! There's £300 down the drain. Anyway, that is something different that I've played this week myself. For the rest of it, I'm going to be honest. I've been playing the usual bits and pieces. So GTA. I think we did some Minecraft as well. We did some usual words on Monday, which I ended up saying it was my day off. I ended up streaming.
Yeah.
It's Stealthy GD. What's that? Stealthy GD is when he goes deadly silence and he's been put into a horror game.
Yep.
And it's one of those kind of horror games where you know something's going to jump out at you, you know something's going to scare you, but you just don't know when.
And his stealth goes when he lets out a girly scream.
Yeah, I've only done that once, and that was one game, and I think it was the worst graphics possible in a game. Yeah, it scared the living shit out of me, and I don't know why. I think I had Ryan there as well, and I've done horror games with someone there, and I'm less scared because of that. And it's weird because I've played games now like Outlast. This year alone, I've played the most horror games I've played ever. And I've played Outlast, I've played Resident Evil 7 in 24 hours with those two. I've did Shadows to Perfidia, which that's the one that made me scream like a gill. And now I've done Perception as well. And I'm going to say that out of all of them, it was the cheap one called Shadows 2 Perfidia that did the most to me. And I don't know why, and it kind of just it irritates me, if anything, because it wasn't the graphics weren't that good. It was my end's fault because of what PC I had, but it was the graphics. I don't know, but I think it was because I was going backwards. That's it. I'm just saying it was because I was going backwards. I didn't know what the hell was coming for me, and then it just jumped right in front of my bloody face.
It was the worst timing because me and Ryan were also watching the stream. Well, Ryan was in the chat with you.
Yeah.
On the Xbox.
Yeah, the thing is, he was quite a bit behind because this was before we did Mixer and that lot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And so words screamed, and he thought, "What the hell did you scream about?" And then he got about 30 seconds later, and go, "Oh, yeah, that." Thanks. Seriously. So, anyway, mate. Like I said, that's all different I've played this week. What about you? What have you been playing differently this week, if there's anything yourself?
It was me, you, and Jimmy did.
Oh,
see the Sam Bogus teacher on Saturday, didn't we?
Yeah, I should remember that because I got frustrated for about half an hour.
Yeah, trying to get you in.
What did I end up doing? I just restarted, didn't I?
Yeah, and then you ended up hosting as well.
Did I?
Because you were getting,
itself,
you were shown in our rooms, yeah. You were shown in our rooms, and then.
I didn't see myself.
You weren't in there, yeah. And then you just hosted the lobby and started the game, and it worked then. It worked then. You could move at least.
So, before I say my opinion on the game, I want to know what your opinion on Serious Sam Bogus Diesel was yourself.
I summed it out in the review. I did a bit saying it's like they've took a popular franchise, which Serious Sam has its big fan base, took it in a new direction with it, but they've still kept the madness of Serious Sam in it.
Yeah.
Which I like. There's still tons of enemies attacking you at once. And I thought the animation was done well on the little pixel characters.
Well, it's one of those
kind of animated.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of animations where I love that kind of stuff, and you do see it in a lot of indie games, where you know it can stand the test of time type of animation. The thing is, it's like if you look at games like I'm going to say this now, like Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Gears of War 4, stuff like that. The ones that are more, these are realistic graphics. You're going to look around about, say, 5 years down the line, they're not going to look as good as, say, these games like Serious Sam. The thing is, this is why a lot of the time we do go back to those older games. because it is still, they are still very challenging, but the graphics, they're still quite good because they're more cartoony and they're not trying to be graphically beautiful games in the end.
I did put in it that the one downside was, although it had a story, it was just very lacking. It was like one paragraph between a level, and maybe it could have been beefed out and actually give you more than just a synopsis of why you were in that area. So it sort of tried to put a story but didn't, and it sort of lacked a bit there, I thought.
I think it had to say, with the story side of things, it was more of a, right, this is what's happening, now go and read. Thinking, I'm playing a video game, I'm sorry, but I'm not here to read. If I want to read, the only thing I'll read is the tutorial. I don't want to read the story. If I wanted to do that, I would have gone and played Destiny. When I mean I won't go and play Destiny, I mean I'll go into the Destiny site and we read the grimoires, because that was such a success for them. But yeah, I agree. I think with that, it did kind of take you out a little bit from it.
Yeah, I think it sort of pushed to be an old school twin stick shooter as well, which it did well. But they also, what I liked is they added some little modern things to it, like your leveling system, your upgrade system. I think that was done well, and rather than it just being your twin stick shooter.
One thing I did like, and I don't think you actually saw this as well, because like I said, I took over hosting when we actually started filming, was the I don't know if you can see it in my stream more than like you can. You do get to pick what level you want to start from as well. And so, for example, like when we first died, or was it first died? No, I could see, you guys couldn't see yourself, so we had to restart again, didn't we?
Yeah, and we started on a later part in the level.
I'm going to say this now because I didn't actually mention this in the actual stream. This isn't the game's fault. That was actually my fault in that bit. Not the actual, you guys couldn't see yourselves, that we started later in the game. The thing was, because I didn't want to start from the very beginning again because it doesn't look really good for a stream. I thought, well, I'll have a look what level we was on. And I started us on the level after from where we actually were.
Yeah.
So we ended up not having any of our weapons, which was a pain in the ass. And I've got a feeling even if we started again, we would have had none of our powers, none of our weapons again anyway.
Yeah, because it was wrecked in the ship, wasn't it? That was the idea. It was shipwrecked.
Yeah, but then again, I feel like even if, like I said, even if we did start again from the 4th chapter, because spoiler alert, we all die.
Yeah.
I think it's not a spoiler alert. It's going to happen. It's obvious.
Yeah.
Even if I started from that point, we would have probably lost all our weapons and all our powers again. So when it said that it went back to retro, it went retro to a point that there was not really any save points in the game, which is, I'm going to say, it is a pain in the ass nowadays, because the thing is, you kind of let it go old school because they didn't have the actual memory to do that. So they couldn't really just save your... it was revolutionary. Nowadays, it's, okay, I get it, you're doing retro, but this is more of a, it's a pain in the ass. It's alright if it's an arcadey game, which I would say is an arcadey game.
Yeah.
But if it's got a story and it's a long story, I still expect some kind of save system with it as well.
Yeah.
Or some kind of, right, we're going to load you from the start of this level point. Not, you die,
like a checkpoint system, basically, But I think... I didn't realise until after each stream I was messing about with it a bit to do a review.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of modifier options in there that's already on the game, so you can put like unlimited lives. Where we're obviously sharing those 4 pair of glasses between us.
Hey, Scarbon.
Yeah, like shared the 4 lives between us. You can actually set it to have unlimited lives. I know it would take a bit of the challenge out of the game, because if you die, you die.
Not much. We're talking about Serious Sam Bogus Detour, which is now out, isn't it?
It's currently under £10 because it came out on sale.
Nice.
I think it's $10.99 full price. That's one thing we didn't know when we were playing it.
Yeah, we was actually searching
all the
quick.
Where is it? Didn't tell me. And I got all the assets, and they didn't tell me.
I think, when did we play? We played it on the Saturday, didn't we?
Saturday, yeah.
So we didn't have any of. We was looking around thinking, oh God, where are the price? We went onto Steam and it says it's coming soon. How much?
I went into all the press assets I was sent for the review, and it didn't even say in there. So, but it's $10.99 full price. I think it's got so much off at the moment, so it's £9 something.
Would you say would you recommend it for £9?
Yeah, I would. I think it seems like it's going to be a long story. Definitely, I'd say co-op. If you've got other friends that are going to buy it, then maybe look at it.
That's the thing. That's the one thing I find a bit issue with it. The thing is, if it was £9, say for a double 2 of the games, then I would say that is definitely worth it. But I'm thinking, say £9, and I say it's £9 now. Like I said, it's on sale at the moment, and they say it's usually $10.99. I think that might be a little bit too much for a game that really it was a lot better with co-op than single player, because that's the thing we also noticed. When you're playing on single player or even co-op, it feels like the difficulty is at the same level, no matter what. So it seems to be spawning the same amount of monsters. Yeah. The bosses are still the same strength. I think the only difference is that with co-op you share the lives. So you have that problem, but you've got to look at it this way: you're sharing the lives, but you've got the same amount of
enemies.
You've got more firepower behind you as well. So it kind of you got better options with the co-op with it. Yeah. The only other thing I have with it as well, but that could be, it does have a little bit of a lagging issue at times as well. But then again, it's a good game. I'm just saying this now. Yeah. It's a good game. We had a ton of fun with it. It was me, Shimmy, and you. And I do say I recommend it, but I do recommend it if it's at a lower price. Yeah. And even though, like I said, £9, yeah, it's good. Just feel like you probably can wait a little bit longer. It might be cheaper later on. But anyway, anything else you've played, mate, apart from that?
Well, we went on Minecraft, didn't we? And then which I don't play very often.
You made a tree house.
I made a tree house. And then, which was the most chilled, baked potato. We're all like freaking baked potatoes.
I was just named everything Rocky. I don't know why. I still don't know to this day why I named everything Rocky in that game.
And I finally started playing Watch Dogs 2.
Oh, okay. What do you think of it?
I've only done the first few missions. I just want to try and get over all the hipster crap, and I think it'll be alright.
Yeah, that's the stepping stone on Watch Dogs. Yeah. The best way of looking at it is Watch Dog. This is Watch Dogs 2. And I'm going to say this now, Watch Dogs 2 is a lot better than the first one. And even though it's got all that hipster crap in there, you've just got to power through it, mate. Seriously power through it, because underneath all that, it is a really good game. And it's one of those kind of games where it doesn't take itself too seriously, which is what you really could do with those kind of games. Online, so it's like Saints Row did. The first Saints Row said, no, we are more serious. We're going to be competing with GTA. Yeah. And then 2 came out. Nah, fuck it. Let's go and hit people with a dildo bat. So that's how it feels with this. And I'm happy that it's going like that, because it doesn't have any really major competition against it, apart from themselves, because it is Ubisoft again. But I like that they're not taking themselves too seriously. Come on, there's one of them that's even got a bloody head like it's from Daft Punk. Yeah. That's simple enough. But
I've only done the first few missions, so I thought that's what I'll start ploughing into now, I think.
Anyway, mate, anything else you wanted to talk about, or is that it?
That's it. It's been too warm for VR.
Exactly, it's been too warm for me to play games. I'm roasting already here.
I'm not moving around, and I've been turning on my head all the time. Like, why is this warm?
Do you know what? Actually, there is something that I have been playing which has actually got me out a bit more, and I'm going to mention it a little bit, just because there's also news about it as well this week.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's summertime. We are getting close to a year of this game now, after its huge... Oh my god, it basically took over last summer, didn't it? And it is Pokemon Go. I've gone back onto it again. I'm happy that I've done that, but if people have noticed who are playing it at the moment, there's no gyms. Or the gyms are there, but you can't go and use the gyms because the gyms are under construction. Why? Why do you ask? Why can't we access the poor innocent gym that is pretty much right in front of us now? Well, it turns out that there is a new update that is coming out for it, or has come out for it, that is going to be adding, at the Pokestops, they're going to be added into the gyms as well now, so you can collect items from gyms. But more importantly, you can now get badges. You can get badges in gyms, which you're thinking, that is the point of a Pokemon gym. You get a badge. So yeah, you can collect those kind of things. So, like I said here, the Pokemon latest patch update is a big one in many ways. This is the patch that hardcore fans have been waiting for. It's the one that finally adds in many of the defining features from the main Pokemon games on Nintendo consoles and handhelds, finally turning Niantic, Nintendo and Pokemon Company's big geocaching phenomenon into a more fully fledged Pokemon experience. So what exactly do we mean by these kind of features? Well, fans have been working hard on data mine the game, and thanks to places like Pokemon Go Reddit and Sif Road and Pokemon Go Hub, we now have a better idea of what the patch includes, beyond what Niantic themselves have already announced as being in Pokemon Go Update. All the information here is according to the data mine, and could be changed by Niantic before it's made public, though that is unlikely. So, first of all, new items in Pokemon Go latest update, TMs, rare candies and raid tickets are going to be included into it now. So raid tickets will give you access to raid battles, which are the key to getting many of the new items listed below. These come in two variants, a free raid pass and a premium raid pass. This is also a legendary. There is also a legendary raid pass, which we'll cover that down later on into this. The free raid pass can drop once a day for players of any level of spinning the Pokestop style icon being added to gyms. It can be used once per day. The premium raid pass will be available in the in-game store. It can be used several times per day. And raid passes are used up regardless of if you win the battle or not. So try not to spend it on losing battles. Simple enough. Yeah. So TMs, special items that can teach your Pokemon new moves. So you can now teach your Pokemon moves. That's a good sign. Ideal of getting ready for some of the best moves taught to combat ready Pokemon. So it comes in two variants, fast TMs and charge TMs. So in other words, that means your simple attack and your special attack. Simple enough with those. These have a chance to drop as rewards for raid battles, but only for trainers over level 15 for fast TMs and level 25 for charged TMs. Each Pokemon have a variety of moves that can learn, and the move you get from TMs looks like it will be random. Rare candies, like we said. The classic Pokemon item used to level Pokemon up in traditional games returns with a new but similar purpose. So it looks like it'll be rewarded from raid battles as well. It'll act as a catch-all candy, working to help evolve any Pokemon you like. The exchange rate is 1-to-1, so one rare candy would be used on the Pidgey and it would count as one Pidgey candy. Ideal for leveling up those rare powerful Pokemon. So the point of this one is that you're going to be like a candy that any Pokemon can use. Simple enough with that. So it's ideal for leveling up those rare powerful Pokemon. So Golden Raspberries, it's a new berry type, be available as raid battle reward and powerful new berry. It restores Gym Defender Pokemon's motivation bar entirely, or increase the Pokemon chance of capture by 25%. Premier Ball is also going to be added, so it's a new type of Pokeball alongside the Poke Great and Ultra Balls. These are a staple of the main games. So I think with that one, it's going to be that if you can buy your Pokeballs, can't you? It's going to be like, oh, you've brought this many balls. Here's a Premier Ball. So just like the normal game itself.
Right.
Yeah. Like we mentioned, gym badges and gym rewards in Pokemon Go's latest update as well. So each gym has a unique badge that levels up as you contribute to that gym. Any action you perform in the gym will raise your overall gym badge level through its set path. So you've got basic, bronze, silver, and gold. Gym badges track several major stats related to that gym. So how many battles you win, how many berries you fed Pokemon, their total time your Pokemon have spent defending the gym, and will all now be tracked. And the higher your gym badge rank, the better that gym's reward. So the gyms will drop items both like a Pokestop and from raids. And the higher your rank at the gym, the better your rewards have a chance of being. Making the gym your local home will be rewarding over time. So now they're rewarding you for holding on to a gem.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Oh my god. There's a lot more information on here. I don't really want to go through all this. It's about defending gyms as well. Legendary Pokemon raids are on the way as well, according to this, including the likes of Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, and others. So legendary Pokemons have been added to the code for Pokemon Go since the very beginning, but these super rare legendary Pokemon have been tantalizing unavailable for a very long time now. So top players will get given a legendary raid pass. These passes were rewarded to players who fight a lot of gym battles and raid battles with the new gameplay system detailed. That we've just detailed. Legendary Raid Pass will give you access to a tough fight against a legendary Pokemon. Legendary Badges feature the head of legendary bird Lugia, which count your victories. And once you've won enough legendary battles, you'll be given a chance to catch a legendary Pokemon as well. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. So it's mainly going to be focusing on the gyms with this. Which is nice. I can't wait to see this. It's not got much about the PvP battling system at the moment, but they have said that is supposed to be coming out later this year as well. So keep your eye out on that. This is just the first major update that they've added to it, and I think it's nice that they've actually started to grow a bit more and it's making gyms seem a little bit more tantalizing to capture.
Yeah,
which is good. So yeah, that's all I wanted to mention about that. Have you ever played Pokemon Go yourself, mate? Nope.
Nope.
You ever thinking of playing it?
Nope.
Look, I'm just happy.
I've never one who's took to Pokemon. I felt too old for Pokemon when it first came out.
I was a Pokemon kid when I grew up, mate. I love it. The thing is, last year was my favourite year because it was just Pokemon. And I'm happy that it's still carrying on, and I'm happy that they're still sticking with Go as well. They didn't just.
Many of my friends got into it. I just couldn't. I was more Dragon Ball Z.
I still was.
I just couldn't get into Pokemon. It just didn't seem entertaining to me.
Right. Anyway, mate, we need to talk about Steam. So there's two pieces of information that have come out from Steam this week. Let's talk about the bad one first. So, it's not Steam. Steam is involved for what it is, but it is what is kind of happening to a certain game on there, GTA 5, to be precise. So, if people don't know, there is a. I'm trying to find the actual story as I'm trying to talk about it, which is quite difficult to do, I've noticed, but I've managed to do this kind of stuff before. It doesn't help when now I'm just using mobile. I've got no other thing that I can use at the moment because I haven't even got an iPad at the moment either. So, which, so it kind of sucks, but I'm waiting for a new one, so I am happy either way. So, here we go. So, yeah, GTA 5 players have flocked to Steam to tank the game's review score after takedown of OpenIV mod. So, first of all, if you haven't been keeping up what's happening, Take-Two have shut down a multi-purpose editor and archive manager for the PC version of the game, OpenIV. Rockstar has defended the move, saying that it enables recent malicious mods, and since then, Take-Two have shut down a number of other mods that allow for cheating and griefing online. Of course, the community was not happy about this. And their wrath was unleashed in the review section of Steam.
So, as per normal when they don't like something happens on Steam.
Exactly. So users are downvoting GTA 5 like crazy, tweeted Steam Spy. Never mess with the mods. Over on change.org, a petition had also been started to save OpenIV because they work. They work so well. The page description read, for 10 years now, the Grand Theft Auto series have been edited and modded by people to make the game more enjoyable. Hundreds of, if not thousands of people have brought one or all of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto 4, and Grand Theft Auto 5 just to mod it. I don't think... Not all people have, because you can't mod it on consoles. I'm going to say that. We could, but you can't. Anyway, the modding of these games have been done mostly in single player and with the help of OpenIV, a software that lets you get into the game's files and replace vehicles, scripts, textures, etc., etc.
Yeah.
The closing of OpenIV leaves 10,000s of people without access to be able to mod their games, and leaves 10,000s of people without the ability to continue their hobbies. All modding used by OpenIV is for single-player use only, and make the game more enjoyable. The software OpenIV was never used to mod multiplayer or Grand Theft Auto Online, so it does not harm anyone. It closes by stating that OpenIV should be allowed to continue running and should be deemed legal again, as Rockstar Games has said in the past. So far, the petition has garnered over 50,000 supporters in 5 days it's been live. I can actually go and see how it is doing at the moment. So, let's see here. It's now got 68,671 supporters. And, yeah, so, I don't know when this got started. I think it was, a week ago now. It's been a week. So, right. I'm going to be very controversial about this. And it's something that we have spoken about with mods and that lot in the past. And we have seen this with Bethesda, especially on the E3 circuit at the moment. And we can say the same with like YouTube and that lot. You got to remember, when it comes to a game nowadays, especially if you get buying it on Steam or even on the digital marketplace on Xbox and PlayStation, you're not actually owning the game nowadays. You're actually owning a license to play the game.
Yeah.
And I know that OpenIV, like they said, it doesn't affect online. I agree, it doesn't affect online. And I've seen other YouTubers use it before. It looks like a ton of fun. And if anything, they're using it to sacrifice being able to play online half the time with this. Then again, I feel that, yes, I don't agree with how Rockstar has handled this. But at the same time, Rockstar have the right... Well, I'm not saying Rockstar. Take-Two have the right to say, no, can you stop doing this? In the end, they're the ones that own the Grand Theft Auto 5 property. And like I said, you don't actually own the game, you own the license for the game.
Yeah.
So, if they decide to pull it down, then, it's their decision.
Yeah.
And I understand where people are getting angry from it, and at the same time, you should never anger your audience, especially gaming audiences.
That's the thing, they don't advertise it. They don't shut adverts out saying, buy this game, you can mod it.
No one actually does
out, buy this game, you can play. If you want to mod it, and then they decide to remove the option, that's not something they advertise the game to have, so you can't really, in my way, complain.
The thing is, this was just going to be a matter of time this was going to happen anyway. Because look, if Grand Theft Auto wanted you guys to mod it on PC, I'm sorry, but they would have opened it up as a workshop. They wouldn't give you guys this opportunity to go around the back of this game. The thing is, like I say, especially when it comes to Steam, the thing is, you can see when a game is acceptable of modding because they will accept it through workshop. Like we said, the game that we not long talked about, Serious Sam Bogus Detour. When we was on about mods, the way that you can access these mods is through the workshop. Even Skyrim, a lot of Bethesda's game. How do you access their mods? Yeah, there's other ways, but they have workshop access.
They have like an official access thing that they can use.
And
this is just the back way someone set up. It's not promoted by Take-Two or Rockstar. This mod.
No, this was not
mod tool.
No. But like I said, it was just a matter of time. And yeah, I understand where people are getting upset. And this is a great. I do agree. This is a good way for them to show their anger of this. The thing is, it's the only way that they'll probably learn is that, oh, well, things being tanked on probably, I'm going to say this now, the third most popular version of our game.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to say this now. Do you know what the most popular one is still? Consoles. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
They're not going to be affected by this because people are still going to end up buying it on consoles. It's like, I've heard this a lot, and it's like when people are on about pre-orders and DLC and stuff like that. They're saying, I'm getting sick of this. Why are they doing this every time? Do you know the best way you can answer this? And I've heard this, and I've heard this from many people, and someone that I have a lot of respect for as well, Total Biscuit, has said this many times, and he makes perfect sense with this. Answer with your goddamn wallet.
Yeah.
Don't pre-order. Don't buy the DLC. They're not going to stop you. If you go and buy it, guess what? They don't care. They've got your money now. It's like with the GTA 5 stuff. They've already got your money.
Yeah, like I know I don't pre-order much now because unless I want a collector's edition, like I think. But then the game still sells, doesn't it? At the end of the day, like you can say I'm going to boycott. I could say, you know what? Just say, for example, we only just mentioned Watch Dogs. Just say I absolutely hate that. I can be like, I'm going to boycott the series. So what? I'm one person.
Yeah.
They might have a lot of dislikes on. I look on Steam, a lot of negative reviews now, and like I said, they've already bought the game, so it doesn't really matter to them now.
Well, it's like...
But there's that many people that don't mod it that still buy it.
Yeah, there's people who's playing it online.
Yeah, there's people who don't mod it, still buy it, still love it. You might give them 6,000-8,000 dislikes, but it's been in the top 10 since its release.
Well, it's
so
actually
how much money are they making anyway?
I looked into that. So I'm going to spoiler alert. GTA 5 is still in the top 5 this week, again. But I've now been given an actual number how long they've been in the top 40 now, and it's been 195 weeks.
Yeah.
So how long is that? That is. I think that's just under 4 years now that it's been in the top, at least in the top 40.
And the only way you stay there is by having people buying it.
Yeah.
So, do you think, it might sound wrong, maybe they might take it, but to me, if I was them and I looked at it and thought, so what, we've got 68,000 negative reviews now, we've still got that many positives, we're still selling, the game's still selling, it's not like...
Well, the thing is, that's the thing. A lot of people say, oh, yeah, going back onto the pre-order type of thing. The people say, oh, yeah, but if I don't like the game, I could just go and get myself a refund. I think, yeah, that is a great system that both Xbox and Steam have now got implemented. Well, Steam's had it now for over a year. But it's like, there was another thing that I saw, because I was reading through Reddit about this, because it blew up on Reddit, of course. If anywhere, it's going to blow up.
Everything blows up on Reddit.
Oh, yeah. There was some guy on there who was actually going to go and request a refund for GTA 5. Looking at it, one, he had played probably around about 3 or 4 hours of the game, which first of all, yeah, you're not going to get a refund for that. Then secondly, he's owned the game since 2014.
Yeah.
So
refund.
I'm looking at thinking, you're not going to get a refund.
You don't fall within...
No.
Terms and conditions of your refund.
Like I say, why do you want a refund? Because they stopped me from modding it. Yeah, that doesn't count for you guys to have a refund. I did look back. No, he didn't get the refund. I'm going to say that now. I loved this way he said, guys, if this works, we've got another way to fight Rockstar. I was looking, it's just, I know it's not going to work, mate, but good luck.
Yeah. So, I mean, I read when there was a big kick-off about No Man's Sky, which obviously got the kick-off for a reason. And Sony did actually refund people who you complained loads, they refunded you the money back if it was a digital copy.
Yeah.
But then they also banned your console from ever loading No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
So you couldn't say, oh, I don't like it, and now it's like 10 quid. Oh, actually, it might be alright for a tenner.
Nah, screw you. You don't want the game, so you're not having the game.
You didn't like it, you're not having it.
Now, I'm going to say first thing first. When it came to the pre-order stuff, yes, I have pre-ordered games. There's a game that I've pre-ordered myself. Not to be a hypocrite about the whole thing. But the reason I thought, when I think of a pre-order, it should be available for a game that, one, you know that you are going to be playing, a game that you have been looking forward to. It's either for me, the game that I've pre-ordered is Cuphead. Now, I've played the game before, a couple of years ago now, but I've played the game before, and I'm not expecting much of a change from what has happened there. So it's a game that I do actually love, and I'm looking forward to. And to be honest, how much it actually cost, I'm not really that bothered. Hey Ryan, how you doing, mate? But yeah, like I said, there's certain things that really bug me, and when people start moaning about these kind of things, I'm just thinking, look, you know how to harm them. Everyone knows how to harm them, and the way that you can harm them is by not buying the game. Simple enough. That's how it should work. Don't go and buy it on day one. Don't go and pre-order it. Don't buy its DLC. Wait and see what people say about it. Wait till someone who is actually playing the game, they say, oh yeah, this game's not really worth it. Then don't buy it. If they say, yeah, this is a good game, follow YouTubers. Go and look at a YouTuber who you know will be playing this game. So like, for example, if you're a fan of Call of Duty and you're not sure about this World War II game that's coming out, go to LEA. Someone like that, you know who's going to be playing this game. And they'll tell you what they think of it. If they enjoy it, well then like, you're going to enjoy it. If you're not sure about the FIFA 18 game that's going to come out, same again. There's plenty of people who play sports games.
Yeah.
Go and see what they think about it.
I think
Far Cry 5, for example, another reason. There's plenty of people who will play Far Cry 5. If you're not sure about it, go and see what they're going to say. That's the point. They're influencers for a reason. They are there to tell you if this game is good or bad. And yes, I know that there is a little bit of a problem with that, but nowadays, if it's got that hashtag AD, the one thing that we say we are being paid to advertise this, then you should be a little bit wary about it, because then they usually have to be positive. But if they haven't got that and they are a trusted source, then listen to them.
Yeah. I think pre-orders got out of hand now. Like, I don't know if you'll probably be in the same generation where pre-order was because games did sell out.
Yes,
I remember
agree.
when
GTA
when GTA 4 came out, shops were out of stock for months because they were sold out.
The thing is, pre-orders used to be for consoles, not games.
Yeah. But even if, like I said, the big game comes out, you had to pre-order it if you wanted it on day one because there was a chance. You might not get it for a week.
I'm going to say, do you know what I think?
Now it's like that mass-produced. And the starts are going, to be on the beta, you're going to have to pre-order it.
Do you want to know? I'm going to say what I think has actually ruined pre-orders myself. And again, I'm probably going to get a lot of hate about this. But I think Call of Duty is the reason that has ruined pre-orders. Yeah. Because there was back in the time where, pre-order Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2 or something like that, to make sure that you get this thing. And then you realise, no, I can just go to Tesco.
Go and shop and pick it up, yeah.
I've got a stand. I went in there yesterday. It's been, 24 hours. They've got plenty of games of it.
Yeah.
I can pick it up there. I don't need to pre-order it. It's there. But like I said, the point of a pre-order was, what's it called?
It was sells out.
And no, I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with pre-orders itself. The thing is, sometimes it's a good idea for playing it at midnight as a digital copy. It's nice to have that, and to have it all pre-installed. That is a nice thing. But like I said, if you're not 100% sure about a game, then don't pre-order it. Yeah. Simple enough.
But it's like gaming become that popular now. It's that massively produced. Yeah. You're never going to find a game is out of stock. Okay, maybe you might over Christmas when they reduce it to like 30 quid because shops aren't ready. These games have been out since the beginning of the year, and they start getting reduced at Christmas to 25 quid. So shops aren't massively stocked them anymore because they're old games. Yeah. So that's the only time I really see a game sold out these days is when it's a sale. Never on release.
Anyway, mate, let's talk about the other news about Steam as well. So, it's summertime. Yeah. It's beautiful, isn't it? And what do we do best when it comes to summer? We play games.
Stay inside and play games.
Yeah. And Steam has always been there, usually during the winter, during the summer to just say, hey guys, stay. Do you want to play that game that you've been after? Here you go. Can I just cut some price off it for you? Yeah, it's getting close. It's time for the Steam Summer Sale. Starting tomorrow,
First one I've ever been a part of, because I'm never gaming PC, ever.
Yeah, and do you know what's weird about it as well? Again, who spoiled Steam?
PayPal are thinking, how much traffic are we getting?
So, yeah, like we said, PayPal has beaten Steam to it and announced when the Steam Summer Sale will kick off. So PayPal has become a rather reliable source when it comes to Steam sales dates because they're usually the ones that spoil it for them. The payment service announced that the summer sale date last year and the fall and winter sales in 2014 and 2015 respectively. The Steam Summer Sale will be starting on June the 22nd. This is according to PayPal, but like I said, it's a very reliable source. For those in the UK, though, if you are going to be spending around about £20 and using your PayPal account, you will also get £5 knocked off as well, which I'm definitely going to be using that.
I don't have my PayPal. I've got like £70 on store credit on there.
Oh yeah, because you want
cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So well. Yeah.
So this offer will end on July the 4th. We're checking over the offer is valid in the US right at the moment, but at present it seems it's going to be only a UK only offer. The Steam Summer Sale officially kicks off at 1 PM Eastern, so that is 6 PM here in the UK on June the 22nd, and will end on July the 5th at 6 PM. So the June start date for Steam Summer Sale was rumoured back in May, and it was, of course, spot on. So last year, the annual sale dropped flash and daily deals, instead opting for a regular promotion of discounted titles. That worked in its favour, with the 2016 Summer Sale raking in 50% more sales. So hopefully some of, or if not many of the games in your wish list will be on sale. Mine has around about, I would say it's got about 10. I haven't really put that many games in my wish list, I'm going to be honest.
Mine's got 15 at the moment.
But I always do go and have a check anyway and think, oh, that's on sale. Well, yeah.
I've got a notification on, so it pops up if anything on my wish list goes into sale in my email. Sends me an email, this item's on sale.
So never be able to find a time to play them all, of course, so it's basically going to be there to build up your library, which I'm still surprised that Steve has not made a console yet.
Yeah.
Unless somehow become wealthy enough to hire house staff or be a kept woman, and neither damn one will ever explain. So unfortunately, like I said, Steam Sale, sorry about your wallets, starts tomorrow, 22nd of June at 6 PM. We're probably going to talk a little bit more about that next week and say, guess what I brought?
Yeah, I've been buying loads.
I'm already broke and it's Friday.
I think I've got like 15 games in there. And 10 of them are VR games, 5 are normal games.
Like I said, this is your first one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So good luck. I remember my first one. It was a summer sale as well. I think I nearly spent about 200 quid.
I won't spend that much.
Yeah, I'm more calm now because, like I said, most of the games that I've already got, you can turn. I think I've already got that, and I actually have had that situation where a lot of other Steamers have had as well, where they've gone and said, "Oh, I'm gonna buy. Oh, I've already got it." I did not know I had that, and then you realise, oh God, I do have it.
I put the Stalker games in there because it's one I've always. Like, I've never been a PC gamer, but they're always ones I've always looked at and thought, I would probably enjoy those.
Yeah.
So I've shot them in my wish list. If they're going to sale, they'll be getting picked up.
Nice. I'm just going to have a quick check and see how the time is going. We've got about 11 minutes, so I think it's time for a quick update.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go through this list, my favourite list. Let's talk. So, Resident Evil 2 Remake will not feature Claire Redfield or Leon Kennedy's original voice actors.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a news we missed due to all the free 2017 hubbub last week. But Alison Court will not be providing the voice for Claire Redfield in Resident Evil 2 Remake, and neither will the voice actor of Leon Kennedy as well. I've got a feeling, if anything, it's got to be about the voice actor strike, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Oh, no. So according to both voice actors, the reason neither will reprise their roles with the Resident Evil 2 remake is due to the company choosing non-union actors to play Leon and Claire. In the video posted by Court during E3, thanks PC Games then, she states that Resident Evil 2 Remake's producer contacted her around a year and a half ago about reprising her role. She was then approached by 2 different companies bidding for the localization and motion capture features for the project. A company in LA, which won the contract, sent notice to court in March 2016. I'd like to point out not court as in prison, court, as in Alison Court, the voice actor of Claire Redfield. Just want to make that clear. So caught in March 2016, it would not be using the Canadian actor as Claire Redfield and was going non-union. So the court said that I would have done it because I know you guys wanted me to, and I really appreciate your support. I appreciate the outrage you had towards Capcom and everybody involved, but unfortunately, as far as I know, they've chose to go non-union with the voice performances. Court said that the company going non-union had nothing to do with the ongoing SAG-AFTRA union strike. Sure.
Yeah, there's a union strike. We've gone non-union, but it's got nothing to do with that strike.
Yeah, that's the reason. Yeah. That's the reason why the Life is Strange prequel, which is going to be coming out soon, they're not using the original voice actor for Chloe.
Yeah,
because of the actors' strike, unfortunately. So they've gone. I think they've gone non-union with that as well, and a lot of people have took notice about this.
It's sort of like Sony going, "We're doing it for our young players." About the cross-platform. The reason we can't cross-platform is we're protecting our young players.
Oh, yeah, we're going down this route now instead. Yeah, okay, let's go down this story. I'm thinking, what are you on about? I'm thinking,
it's sort of like just a really weak excuse for, we aren't doing. This has got nothing to do with the union, with the strike. But
yeah, this has nothing to do with the strike at all.
No. But doesn't mean what they're saying. It's just like sort of just a shit excuse.
No, it's
like that one. It's nothing to do with the strike, but we've just when
you start talking, thinking, what the hell are you starting on about here, mate?
just really both of them are just really shitty excuses.
Let's just talk about what you're on about first, so people can get back informed what's going on. So, as people noticed at E3, there was an announcement that Minecraft is going to be going cross-platform, but unfortunately, it's going everything except for PlayStation. So people are wondering, why is PlayStation not doing this? Well, by the sounds of things, it's actually Sony who are going against the whole thing. And Xbox has said, no, look, we're open. They can always join us.
Yeah.
But Sony's saying that the main excuse is that they want to keep the safety for their young gamers. Have you not noticed what games these guys are playing? They're playing Call of Duty. They're not playing Minecraft.
And they've got what to call.
And you've got to think of us, not them. Because I'm going to be honest here, they're a lot worse when it comes to that kind of stuff than us. We're the sensible ones.
Yeah, it's the kids that are the problem.
God, yeah.
They're the ones that saying they've shagged me mum all the time.
I love how that your mic actually cut that out a little bit then.
Did it?
Yeah.
I think I'm sensible tonight, I don't know.
Yeah.
But the only thing I found as well, that story with the cross-platform is Phil Spencer coming out and saying Switch users will have to have an Xbox Live account to play it on the Switch.
I was thinking, well, yeah.
They can't be expecting them to pay the subscription, though.
I don't think they're going to be paying a subscription. I think what they're going to be doing, that they're expecting you to have an account. But then again, it's still Microsoft, so we'll see how that goes. But then again, I feel like with us, we'll either be playing on PC or on Xbox anyway. So it's not going to be that much of a problem. If anything, this is going to be more affecting to Sony than Xbox, because people will still be playing Minecraft, they'll be playing with their friends and that lot.
Yeah.
And you got Sony on their own little island with no bridge to play with their friends, which is sad. Yeah. But until Sony actually decides, no, actually I will join in. And I'm going to be honest, if they were so cautious about the whole cross-platform thing, then why the hell are they trying to, that disc jam game?
Yeah.
They want to make it cross-platform with PC.
Yeah.
It's been announced this week as well. So they can't really be that concerned about the whole safety of their younger. I'm thinking, just stop.
Yeah.
So look, either just tell us why you don't want to play with Xbox, because I'm going to be honest, it'll be a great deal for all of you, because then people want to play on PlayStation. Yeah, so all their friends are on PlayStation. Talking about Sony, Sony says that Spider-Man has the power to help them reach 100 million units in console sales by bringing new people into gaming.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of do agree with that. With what we've seen with that game, it's going to be the next. I would say it's easily going to be the next Batman Arkham.
It was
hype.
Maybe my views of E3 on my blog. That was my controversial thing. I put that in the disappointment.
Really?
Yeah.
Why are you disappointed about it, mate?
I just think, although it looks like it moves smoothly, it doesn't look fast enough. And the stupid QuickTime events, just cut out that shit out. The old hack, only got to walk and do QuickTime events.
I don't know.
Because they're normally resulting in brutal violence, like punching someone's face to a pulp.
But then again, that's what I like about this whole new Spider-Man game, is that they're not going down the whole superhero, let's go and punch the villain in the face many, many times. With the Spider-Man one, it's like, right, we're going to try and do this with the minimum amount of collateral damage as we possibly can. Like an actual superhero should be. That's what I like about this game, and I'm looking forward to it. Especially when now that Sony's also announced that all the games that they did actually show during E3 will be coming out at latest early 2018, which is great. It just means that Sony's going to be taking over with exclusives at the beginning of 2018 like they did this year again.
Yeah.
Which is, look, I'm happy with they're doing that. That is a brilliant way of doing it, because I've still got a lot of games that I want to catch up with my PlayStation. And then we've still got another game that comes out, what is it, the 21st today? We've got 9 days until the game that I'm looking forward to comes out. Yeah. Which, looking forward to that one. Also about PlayStation, Sea Skylines will be released on PlayStation 4 in mid-August. So it's already available on Xbox and, of course, PC. It was about over time for it coming onto PlayStation. Hopefully they'll fix a little bit of the bugging problem that the Xbox One had, but we'll see how that goes. Trying to see if there's other things I want to mention. There's going to be quite a bit. I know there is. Oh, LA Noire is going to be remastered.
That's what I'm on that one. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
LA Noire.
Release is rumoured to be releasing on Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. So I think the one there, Switch.
It's also rumoured that it's going to be playable in VR. Is also a little extra rumour.
So that's because that's the way to go nowadays, isn't it? If you want to sell your game again and again and again, like Bethesda, make sure you put it on VR, Switch, a new generation of consoles, old generation of consoles, PC. Then just bring out a remastered version of it for everything, and then make them pay again.
I was looking on the PlayStation Store yesterday because I was looking what, if any new VR games had been put on that I've missed.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I miss them and I see them and I was that one's out. And then they've got Skyrim listed at $49.99 for the VR version.
No.
And
full
even
price, come on.
Yeah, they've got Doom down for $19.99, so I don't know why Skyrim's so...
Because they're thinking, let's bring out a game that is now, 5 years old. And now we're going to put it in a different platform and a different way of looking at it. Let's pull it full price. I'm not wanting to put that. We talked about this last week, and there was nothing that really popped out for me for VR that's making me want to buy a VR. And Bethesda, I'm going to say this now: you were the worst. You was the worst press conference of E3, hands down.
It was my favourite one.
It was your favourite one. I think it was the worst. I still think that Ubisoft actually took it quite easily. It's just that there was nothing really surprising, and it was, if anything, it's like, you know that game that came out last week? Well, here's another look at it. Morrowind is an expansion. Oh, you know that game that's 6 years old? Yeah, we're now going to be bringing it on VR, and we're not to mention it yet, but we're bringing it out on Switch, but we're not mentioning it yet. But we're also going to be bringing it on VR as well. But shush. Oh, and do you know the other two games that are about 3-4 years old now? Yeah, we're also going to be bringing those out of VR. Oh no, they're not going to be added onto the game that you've already got. You've got to pay for it again.
Yeah.
And the only good things that we got from it was that Wolfenstein 2 is coming out, which does look really good. It's coming out later this year, and that Evil Within 2 is also coming out. But it's not being made. It's not being run by the same guy who did the first one.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes with that. Either way, that was good from them. But it's like we kind of expected you guys to do this. The one game that we was expecting you not to announce as well, you didn't, was your new IP. Yeah. And you didn't announce anything about that, which really annoyed it. And don't give us the excuse that all this stuff is coming out this year. We're not going to E3 to say, yeah, there is games that we want to see, yes, you're going to be bringing out later this year, but we do want to still see those games that you're going to be bringing out later. Yeah. EA even did the right thing of doing that, showing off Anthem. We don't even know when that's coming out, and we got information that they're going to be doing a 10-year thing on that. The timer just rang on me.
Right, goodbye, everyone.
No. So, yeah, I think that's basically telling me to stop rambling on about that anyway. So, just a quick mention of the other things about what it says here. So, Twitch Prime is handing out free Overwatch golden loot boxes to celebrate esports coverage deals with Blizzard. It's going to be a limited time only, of course, so you get a wiggle on if you want to get hold of one. It'll be available from now until August the 20th. I don't know if it's only on PC, but I would expect it to be. But I will have a look into that later on and get back to you guys about it. Like I said, it's until August the 20th for you guys to get hold of that, and that is for Twitch Prime users. So actually, guys, you know, if you're on Twitch Prime, go and check yourself, because, no offense, it's not costing you anything to go and check it. But hopefully it's on thingies as well. Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood is off to a rocky start as the game falls victim of another DDoS attack. Oh, DDoS. In other words, guys that really need to get out more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
so they've confirmed.
They're sort of like the scoreders of hacking.
Yeah, it's just, god damn it.
They just do shit.
So if concerned network difficulties that have been plaguing the game for the past few days were a problem with the new content, don't fret. An update on the Lodestone has clarified that the issue was due to a DDoS attack. Confirmed that since June 16th, they've been experienced DDoS attacks from an anonymous third party targeting the Final Fantasy XIV game servers on the North America data center. They've taken everything possible to measure blah blah blah. They haven't actually said who's actually attacked, but I don't expect them to, do you? So yeah, if people are trying to get into Final Fantasy XIV, the new expansion, it's not because of the servers, it's because some third parties thinking they're funny.
Yeah.
They're not. GT Sport November release date is listed in the official PlayStation Magazine UK. So GT Sport, November, there you go.
Mm.
We've already talked about Pokemon, enough for today. Shush, go. Destiny 2 beta start times. I can give you those now as well. For the PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC.
Yeah.
So it'll be kicking off in July. So for PS4, the pre-order early access, they get from 10 AM Pacific time on July the 18th, and then general access on the 10 AM Pacific time on July the 21st. For people on Xbox One, you get pre-order early access 10 AM. These are all 10 AM so far, by the way. Mm-hmm. Well, they're going to be on July the 19th. So PlayStation 4 get an extra day for pre-order early access. But general access, like I said, is at the same time, July the 21st for both Xbox and PlayStation 4. PC, though, all it says is late August for both. So they haven't actually given a date for those, but I'm expecting it to be around about the same time anyway. So, and it says here that it is expected to end on July the 23rd. So I do recommend even if you haven't done the pre-order, at least have a go of it when it comes out general. Because that's what I'm going to plan to do anyway. But I love the idea that it's beta this time. They're not doing the whole alpha thing with that. So yeah. Yeah, we already know about the gym badges. Oh yeah, what do you think of that Monster Hunter World that we saw?
I don't know. I remember playing the first one you pre-ordered with my special edition of Devil May Cry 3.
Yeah.
You got the second disc of it was the demo for the first ever Monster Hunter, and I didn't really take to it then. So I've not really paid attention to it since then. It's not, well, it went Nintendo after that, hasn't it? And it's just, so I've never really paid attention to it.
It went on handhelds for a bit, didn't they? I think the last time that we had it on any kind of PlayStation thing was the PlayStation Portable. That's how long ago it was. And then, like I said, it went on to Nintendo, mainly on its handhelds. To a point that there is another one that is still coming on the handheld, Monster Hunter Cross.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that it is coming onto PS4 and Xbox One. It looks beautiful. I am a fan of it, and I'm happy that it's coming out on a graphically more improved console as well.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's also going to be available at the same time that it's going to be a worldwide release as well. So we're going to be getting it at the same time that the Japanese are going to be getting it as well as us, which is a nice way of doing it because Monster Hunter is hugely popular out there. So it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it. Oh yeah, another thing. First level of Hitman is now completely free on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. So if anyone does want to have a go of the new Hitman, there you go.
And a little update on that situation.
Go ahead.
They've registered themselves as an independent studio and retained the rights to Hitman.
Oh, thank God! That's brilliant. I'm happy I'm happy they've done that. The thing is, come on, please, we want another Hitman. I'm looking at you, Ubisoft, because you know you guys have always been the good guys. Even though we make fun of you and like your new logo looks like a bird's eye view of a poop, but we are so happy. We've seen what you've done with Mario. We've seen what you've done with Assassin's Creed. Come on, you want to do Hitman. You do. Go on.
Yeah, I was seeing it on the Twitter from the official iOS Interactive's, what's it called, official Twitter announced it that they're independent and they've been given the rights to Hitman.
Well, I think it's the best way of doing it as well. The thing is, like I said, with it going free, it's going to say people are going to buy into it, and they will now get the money from that game as well, starting from now, whatever game sales will come from it. That's a good way. If you want to help this independent studio, go and buy the new Hitman, this Hitman that's now about a year old, and go and help IO Interactive, and show that Square Enix made a huge mistake.
Definitely.
Again, you won't hear anything about next major Halo game for quite some time. Thank God. I think that is pretty much everything I wanted to talk about, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anthem is a 10-year journey for EA that starts at launch, which the same. Hopefully, they mean 10 years, not like a Destiny 10 years, like your little Destiny character had, whose life got cut very, very short.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, actually, I think you can transfer over. You just lose all the stuff that you've got.
Yeah,
so
you just keep the face.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, because that's what everybody wanted.
Yeah. Like I said, the new Destiny is probably going to have a better character designer than that 9-choice thing they had on there. So people.
Yeah. So that's all I've got on here. I'm going to see if I can get the new releases, if there's any new releases this week. I'm holding my breath. Yeah, nothing there. Oh, no. We've got an actual list. We've actually got a list. Thank you. Oh, VG, you've done great with this one, man. Yeah, so if people want to know, we usually use our new releases. We use VG 24/7 because they do usually have a better keep up to date with what they're on about. We don't usually talk about the Steam list as well because if we'd started talking about that, we'll be adding an extra hour on that. So let us do the new releases, then we're going to do the UK charts and then our usual bits and pieces. So first of all, starting with Tuesday, June the 20th, The games that came out was Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood on PC and PS4. We already told you about that. Maybe give it some time with that one because they are currently sorting out a DDoS attack with that.
Yeah.
Oh, Dead by Daylight is available on PS4 and Xbox One now. I did not know that. I've got to go and check that. So if people want to know what that is, it's basically Friday the 13th with more characters.
Yeah.
God Wars Future Past is available on PS4 and Vita. Oh god, no. Dead Rising 4 Super Ultra Dead Rising 4 Mini Golf DLC is now available on PC and Xbox One. I'm going to download that. I loved from the third one where they had the Super Ultra Dead Rising 4 whatever it was, where it was a 4-player thing, and now they're going to be adding mini golf into it. I'm going to have a go of that. See how it goes. Cryptarch on PS4 is also available. Next Machina, on PC and PS4. Dungeon Defenders 2 is available on Linux, PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Runbow Pocket on the Switch, and Cave Story Plus on the Switch. Games that came out today, Wednesday, June the 21st. Chess Ultra on the PC, PS4, and Xbox One. That is a must-buy. On Thursday, 22nd of June, Oceanhorn Monster of Uncharted Seas is available on Switch. And then on Friday, the 23rd, Get Even finally comes out on the PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Which, you know what, I'm happy. The thing is, that was supposed to come out last month, but they had a reason why they decided. It wasn't because they wanted to improve it, it's because of certain events that happened. They decided to hold it back a month. So yeah, I'm happy that's actually finally coming out. Danganronpa, another episode, Ultra Despair Girls, is available on PS4 in the EU now. And Ever Oasis is available on the 3DS. So this list is incomplete as the PlayStation team is sleeping off E3 2017 and hasn't yet coughed up this week's full release schedule for the prolific PlayStation Network. On the other hand, not much is going to be really coming out. E3 really is the bell tolling on releases until summer sports titles, and the increasing early start of the holiday release season kicks things off again. Well, like I said, there is a couple of games that we are looking forward to this next couple of months. Crash Bandicoot, for me personally. Is there anything that you're looking forward to coming up this summer, mate, yourself?
So there probably will be something.
There'll be something
Just
there.
now think of it. Yeah. There'll be something that comes out, oh yeah, that's what I wanted.
But for this week, I recommend, just because of that they did decide to back it off for a month as well, Get Even. I recommend probably get that one. But for gameplay, what I would definitely agree with, Dead by Daylight, if you're looking for another game like Friday the 13th, but with better servers, then yeah, go with, well, hopefully better servers. Then there you go, Dead by Daylight. I've seen it played a lot. So yeah, that's what I recommend. So let's go with the UK game charts. Yeah. Oh yeah, Queen had a speech today, didn't she? Queenie?
Did she?
Yeah. Something about, I don't know what she's up to. So here we go. So Sony on number 1 in the charts again this week with the PS4 exclusive, but it's not Wipeout Omega Collection, unfortunately, which drops from top spot to number 5. The continued price promotion for Horizon Zero Dawn boosted it from number 4 to number 1. It is the second time it has topped the chart since its debut at number 1 back in week 9. So what was that, March? Yeah. Yes? I think it was February, actually. Yeah, around about February time. Let's go with February, because I'm GD and I can say that. It means that Nintendo will have to wait for their second ever Switch title to make number 1 in the charts, as the new title ARMS is forced to settle for number 2. However, it is a good performance for the new IP, which out of the 11 Switch titles so far manages the 4th biggest Switch launch week, sitting behind Zelda, Mario and 1-2 Switch. Grand Theft Auto 5 remains strong, up 2 places to number 3. Yeah. Ahead of Dirt 4, which drops 1 place to number 4. The only other new title to make it in the top 40 this week is MotoGP 17 from Milestone and Koch Media. debuting at number 18. So the chart is starting from number 5, down 4 places to number 5 is Wipeout Omega Collection. Down 1 to number 4 is Dirt 4. Up 2 to number 3 is Grand Theft Auto 5. New at number 2 is ARMS. And up 3 places to number 1 is Horizon Zero Dawn. So, yeah. I expect for the next couple of weeks, that is what it's going to be. It's going to be old titles, basically jumping, falling.
From sales, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be people buying the games that they've not managed to play at the beginning of this year. So I expect a lot of PlayStation games to be at the top. I'm just saying that now. So, mate, that is it. That is it for this week. We are done. I'm warm. So, let's talk about, first of all, what we're going to be doing this week. So, I am supposed to be streaming tomorrow, but I am going to be taking the day off because, like I said, I've been doing it just over and over again. I don't think we've got anything really planned tomorrow, have we? That I know of?
No, not that I can think of.
No. So I'm going to have a day off tomorrow, unfortunately, for those who do enjoy watching the streams, of course. I just need a little bit of a break, especially after E3. And especially with the thing is, we've been in the middle of a heat wave here in the UK as well. I am sweating, really sweating at the moment.
It's been the coolest day since the weekend, and it's still
really humid.
Stupidly hot.
Yeah. So for that, like I said, I'm not streaming that. Same with Friday as well, having a day off from that because I've got to catch up with a few things. But Saturday, I will be back with my streaming. We don't know what we're doing at the moment, but keep your eyes peeled on the usual sources at Twitter, at Crave Your Game, and at GDW2007. When I am streaming, you can find me, of course, on mixer.com/Crave Your Game, youtube.com/Crave Your Games, facebook.com/Crave Your Game, if I'm remembered to put it on there. Sorry about that, Facebook. You guys usually get the short end of the straw. It's just how it's set up, unfortunately. And, of course, twitch.tv/GDW2007. Also, for the podcast as well, you can find it at twitch.tv/CTG Podcast and all those same sources that we just mentioned. What about you, Tattastic? You got any streams planned yourself, mate?
I've got a game to review for next week, so I'll probably won't stream because I'll have to play this game. It's not under embargo, but it's VR, and I think I'm hopefully going to be too much out, but I'm hoping it's going to be cool enough to do it.
Well, the thing is, if you do change your mind, where can they get a hold? Where can they catch you playing? Like I said, it's not under embargo. What game is it, by the way? If you don't mind.
Dead Effect 2.
Dead Effect 2. I've actually heard of that.
And actually, it's linked to the review. I'm going to be announcing a giveaway for a copy of it as well. Ooh.
So keep an eye on that. You can find his review at tattasticgamer.com. But like I said, if you are streaming it, where can they get hold of you, mate?
Twitch, Tattastic Gamer, Mixer, Tattastic Gamer, and
Everything.
YouTube, Tattastic Gamer. Yeah. Everything is just Tattastic Gamer.
Everything is Tattastic Gamer. So youtube.com, twitch.tv, and mixer.com, simple enough. And of course, at Tattastic Gamer as well. But usually you do show up on our streams as well, so keep an eye out for that as well. So we do try and host each other as well. So if you go to any of our usual sources, more than likely you'll be able to catch whoever is streaming at that point, if they are streaming, of course. And the other bits and pieces, cravethegame.com, cravethegame.proboards.com. Go there if you're ready to turn over. Join us. It'd be nice and friendly. craveyourgame.wordpress.com. You can find the audio version of the podcast and, of course, get notified when we all have a video coming out. We also are on Discord. For people who are watching on YouTube, the VOD, it will be in the description below. Unfortunately, we can't just share the thing on here because it's just so much more complicated and it's a long code and I'm tired.
Yep.
And of course, like we said, youtube.com/Crave Your Games. Video I do recommend this week for you guys to go and watch. Go and watch. You know, I don't usually do this. I recommend go and watch Tattastic's video. It's the final of Static. Yeah, where it did actually shock me. I'm gonna be honest. So
yeah, it shocked me when I first played it.
Yeah. Also, another video I do want to recommend as well. Go and watch. You know what? I'm difficult to find. Just go and watch something. You will enjoy it. We bring out a video every day of the week. Usually 2 videos every day of the week. At the moment, the current series we're going through is Rainbow Six Siege, Grand Theft Auto 5, which is Kev's pick. We have Dynasty Feud and Death Road to Canada. Go and watch that one, actually, because there's a transformation in there. I'm surprised a certain person is not angry with me of that transformation happening. Also, we have Portal 2. We've got Tattastic's usual VR stuff. I don't know what he's doing next week. I think you don't even know what you're doing next week at the moment, do you?
I've got an idea.
You've got an idea, but we're going to keep it secret.
Yeah.
Like that. Of course, Hanksy's Outlast 2. Just clicked. Go and watch what I'm doing at the moment on Saturdays. Go watch that. And it proves how good of a surgeon I really am. That's what I recommend. So anyway, I think that's it, mate. I'm done. You're done. We're all done.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us for episode 148. We will be back next week for episode 149. And before you say, no, this is episode 150, you did 2 podcasts last week. No, they're specials.
They were specials.
That's a different thing. Yeah. If anything, that should be 148 together, but we don't do it that way because they're classed as specials. So, thank you, Tattastic, for joining me.
Yep, no problem.
I guess we will be back next week. Until then, thank you, and goodbye, everybody. Bye. Right, I'm gonna go melt.
Yeah.
I don't care if anyone heard that. I am going to go melt.